Hello YouTube, this is Todd the Movie Guy 22 with another movie review for you. And you, and you, and you. Today's review is on the this amazing animated classic that I have loved for a while now, and that is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, or in French, Le Boussole de Notre Dame. Uh, This actually was part of the Disney Renaissance that I didn't see. I didn't see this until a couple months ago, and I'm now kicking myself in the butt for not seeing this. I just didn't know what to think, really. Um, the second movie, I know a lot of true fans don't mention that one, but that was my first introduction to Quasimodo and Esmeralda and Phoebus. Um, yeah, this movie is actually one of the darkest in the Disney Renaissance. Victor Hugo's book was originally going to be an adaptation of the Victor Hugo's book, but when they read the book, Disney said it was too dark, so they basically made it into an ugly duckling story. This movie, there's so many things I want to talk about. First, the story. Of course, the story is about a deformed hunchback in Notre Dame Cathedral who rings bells, and his cruel and vindictive, supposedly father, is always trying to make him stay in the bell tower. He's basically Mother Gothel, but from Tangled, but a male. So this movie, his life is turned upside down when the Festival of Fools happens, and then he goes to the festival where he meets Esmeralda. When he's tied up for a crime, the crowd turns on him viciously, so she ends up giving him water, and thus sets off a chain of events where there is action, drama, romance, and adventure. Um, that's the story. The is basically him trying to learn how to accept himself, maybe find love with Esmeralda, and basically stop the wicked Frollo. Next, the characters. First, we'll start off with our hunchback, because he is the central character, Quasimodo, played by Thomas Holtz, or Tom Holtz, from Amadeus. And I gotta say, he has an amazing singing voice. He really does. The song Out There, it has great songs. This movie has a lot of great songs. All the way from Bells of Notre Dame to Hellfire to Heaven's Light reprised. This is a good movie. All the songs in the movie are fantastic and set the mood perfectly. Then there is Quasimodo is 20 in this movie, which is a lot stranger than you think, because most of the Disney characters in past films, say like Pocahontas, Sleeping Beauty, all those, they were all barely in their teens, and he's a full adult. So in this movie, so props to Disney for making their characters just a little bit older. Then Quasimodo is a wonderful protagonist that just wants to be accepted by the world around him. And this song Out There, when he sings it with such passion, it's hard not to feel like he may be onto something. All in all, Quasi is one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best heroes of the Disney Renaissance. And then there's Esmeralda, played by Demi Moore. She is the gypsy that steals our fair friend's heart. And then she pisses off the wrong guy, which is Frollo. And she is cunning, smart. Well, they kind of mean the same thing. Um, Dedicated, and is an outcast herself, really, because most people don't understand her. Demi Moore pulls off a wonderful performance here, especially with scenes of her being genuinely sad or talking really slowly. All in all, a great a great counterpart to Quasimodo. Then I'll get into the side characters in just a minute, but first we have two more people to talk about. Um, Fraud Clolo, Claude Frollo, who was. Before I get to Frollo, we have to mention Clopan, who was the fortune teller / carnival dude for the movie's prologue and ending. He's a cool character. Not much is known about him, but what we do see of him, he's like very shrouded in mystery to me. It's definitely one of those things where you don't know if you can trust him right away, but damn it. But you really get to know him pretty well by the end. Then, I don't know who Clopan was played by, but he did pretty good. Now we have Judge Claude Frollo. No, I'll save him for last. I'm sorry, guys. We have Captain Phoebus, played by Kevin Kline. He's alright. At first he's sort of one note and generic, like the soldier who always follows orders, but when Frollo tells him to burn down a house that was protecting the gypsies, he takes the fire and literally just shoves it in a barrel of water and says, like, fuck you to Frollo. So, like, he says, like, I'm not working for you anymore, and then, like, immediately the people who were loyal to Phoebus a little bit try to kill him. So he ends up joining the good side, and then yeah, he's pretty one note at first, but he does have some charismatic moments, especially his fight in the church with Esmeralda. That was pretty fun. It wasn't like a serious fight, like he was trying to kill her, but more like he's just like trying to test her a little bit. And then now we have the only, the legendary Tony Jay, who played Shere Khan in the Disney cartoon of Jungle Book. We have Tony Jay as Judge Claude Frollo, and oh my god, this Judge Frollo is one of the best villains in the Disney Renaissance. Not one of, he is the best. Absolutely one of the best villains out there. He's cold, he's cruel, I wouldn't say seductive, but more like manipulative. He gets people to do what he wants. Manipulative. That's a kind of hard word for me to say. He does really good. He's really good. He just loves every single second he's on screen. Definitely a master of a craft. Disney, bravo DeVoe for making a villain such as he, and a villain like Dr. Facilier from Princess and the Frog. They just scream, "Ooh, I'm so evil!" Ha ha ha! It's so good. Um, then, so I'm sorry. Side characters. We have Hugo, Victor, and Laverne, and they are the gargoyles who, in a way, look after Quasi and um, make sure he's happy. You know, they take care of him, they give him advice, and they're all really fun characters. Jason Alexander plays, I think, I think, I think he plays Hugo. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he plays Hugo. He he's playing cards and he ends up losing to a bird, which is just the funniest thing out there to me, and definitely really good. Um, Laverne's a funny character. She's really Quasi's like sort of like maternal figure, and Victor is also pretty nice. He's pretty wise. Um, Definitely all around good movie. The climax is breathtaking. There is some action in this movie, but it's mostly played for comedy. But the last two or three action scenes in the movie is all serious business. The climax is typical Disney style fashion. It has the intensity of a comedy and everything else you can want, all wrapped into a neat little bow. And basically, how it ends, um, Quasimodo ends up fighting um, Frollo while trying to save Esmeralda. But this is actually one of the few Disney movies where the battle doesn't end in a climactic fistfight or duel. It ends with just them trying to escape and like pushing him away, trying to make sure that he like dies due to his own stupidity. And so he dies, and the day is saved, and Quasimodo is respected among the townspeople and accepted. Unfortunately, this breaks my heart because he wanted it so bad. Is that he wanted to be with Esmeralda, but she ended up. She loved Quasi, but she ended up loving Phoebus like a lot more. So he ended up. Um, she ended up like with him, and he was kind of heartbroken. So that was always sad. It's a good thing he fell in love with that other girl, but you know, a lot of people say the second movie is a freaking abomination. I mean, as a kid, I loved it, but now I can kind of see why they didn't like it. But either way, great movie, 10 out of 10. I will definitely be first in line for the live action version they're doing. And Disney, please, if you're going to remake this, you need Javier Bardem as Judge Claude Frollo. He would be an amazing Judge Frollo. Like, to be honest, Javier Bardem was made for this role. So, either him or Tim Curry. So, final thoughts. This is a great movie. You can get this on Amazon for $6. Like 6 and change, so around 7 something. Definitely an amazing movie which teaches you that appearances can be deceiving, and everyone, even though someone seems deformed, they could always, not deformed, but anyone who seems different is the same on the inside. They have the same type of feelings and stuff. So definitely a really good movie. This is Ty the Movie Guy signing off.